loves. So I'm really sorry that today's episode of Vlogoween, which if you do not already know, I'm uploading every single day until Halloween. I'm sorry it's late by any means. I was up until about like 5:30-ish filming my first Halloween video last night, and I was supposed to go to something today, and then some crap happened this morning. I don't know, it's been a really rough day, so I thought I would sit down and talk to you guys because number one, I love doing that more than anything. Number two, by the time that I upload this, we may already be at 1 million subscribers. The last time that I checked, it was like 999,757 or something like that. So it's like crazy to me to think that I'm talking to 1 million of you. By the way, I set up this like little background last night to film all of my Halloween costumes against, and I actually really like it a lot. I think it's like super duper cute. I just realized my ring light is all wrong. Hang on. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. Anyways, so yeah, I'm really excited. If I've already hit 1 million subscribers, I mean, I don't know if I can necessarily do like a reaction video or anything like that, or if anyone would even want to see it. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to thank every single person who has pressed the subscribe button. It means a lot to me. I know a lot of people subscribe for different reasons, and that's one of the reasons that I love this family so much, because some of you subscribe for body positivity, some of you subscribe for makeup, some of you subscribe for the story times, and it's just such a diverse group of people, and I'm just so proud to be a part of it, and I'm so proud that I get to know all of you. And just trust me when I say that I recognize usernames. When you comment things, when you tweet and interact with me on social media, it just means a lot, and I feel very, very fortunate to have this life. You guys mean everything to me, and I would get really emotional. Like every time that I talk about my subscribers, I just get super emotional. So I'm gonna stop and get into my Q&A. I asked for questions on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram. As you can see, I'm getting like Snapchat notifications by the second. So I'm just going to start off on Twitter. Oh my God, Sophia just tweeted me saying 999,800. I'm dying. I'm also following you, Sophia, because you are like freaking adorable. Susan Cox, or Two Moms, One Baby, where has been your favorite place to travel this year? Why? In the last year, I'm gonna use like 2016 as like my year, because if you look at this time last year, I was actually in London, which is like my favorite place of all time. I love it. I got to do a lot of traveling this year, and a lot of it was like New York, LA, New York, LA, and that was really fun. But I think one of the coolest places that I visited this year was Cabo, and I like kind of forget about that because Cabo was really, 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 really fun. I went there with Style Hall this past summer, and it was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. Chloe wants to know, will you ever go on tour? I would love to meet you and talk about hair and makeup. Much love. Chloe, I love you, and I would love to go on tour. It actually is something that came up this past year with a company that does tours for a lot of YouTubers. In hindsight, I'm really glad that I didn't do it because a lot of you know my dad passed away earlier this month. Life has just been so up and down and all over the place, but I'm working on something right now that will involve a tour in 2017. So yeah, I'm really excited about it, and it'll be like free. You don't have to buy tickets, or you don't have to buy anything, and I will be going, I think, all over the US, and I'm really, 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 really excited about it. Mom wants to know, what's your favorite or least favorite thing about Halloween? My favorite, I'll tell you both. My favorite thing is that it's like everyone gets into such a festive spirit. It's so much fun. I love how everything's spooky and creepy, and you can dress up in costumes, and I don't know, I love everything about Halloween. But I would say one of my least favorite things about Halloween is I feel like every single year you hear about like some sort of tragedy or some sort of crime or shooting or something happening on this day, and that really, it stresses me out. I have like terrible anxiety. I get like really bad panic attacks, and it just freaks me out. Like my door is dead bolted on Halloween unless trick-or-treaters are there. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm like that all the time. I always think I'm gonna like die and someone's gonna kill me. I don't know why I think that, but yeah, that was really dark. Naomi Rushworth wants to know, would you ever consider starting a collaboration channel like Tana did? I have something a little bit different in mind that I'm going to be kind of announcing really soon. Hopefully I'm actually going to film the announcement video for that right after this. I want to make my channel more of a collaborative thing where I won't get into it because I don't want to spoil anything, but it's something I've really thought about, and I think it would be really cool to do that. In the future, maybe I'll do a full collaboration channel. Tana seems to be doing so well. Love trash, stan trash. Tatiana wants to know, do you ever feel lucky or unlucky when it comes to all of the paranormal experiences that you've had? I don't really feel unlucky. I feel like, I guess I'm just really sensitive to things like that, and I've always had paranormal experiences. What you guys don't understand is when I was filming like just beauty, just fashion, like a few months ago, before I started doing a lot of story, I guess it really was like last year when I started doing story times. Wow. But when I was doing those things, I was still having paranormal experiences a lot. And the thing is, now I have a platform to tell them and people are really interested in them. So I've always dealt with it. I don't really feel like, it doesn't stress me out or anything like that. I get really scared sometimes, but honestly, like, it's normal, and it's always been normal for me. And people think that I make them up. People think, you know, it's weird that I have so much happen to me, and I get it. Like, I can understand that, but either I'm really sensitive or things just follow me around. And I want to like talk to psychics one day, but I'm also really scared of what they're gonna tell me. So yeah. Dad wants to know, will you promise me we will meet one day? Love you so much. I love you, and I promise we're going to meet. That is like my goal, is to meet absolutely everyone, because I feel like we're all friends, and it means a lot to me when I get to meet you guys. So I promise one day, girl, it will happen. Lisa the Real G, aka like my best freaking friend, I swear to God. When can I meet you? Like tomorrow. Come over, Lisa. Just wants to know, what's your favorite Mandela effect? It's one that not a lot of people talk about. It's Chick-fil-A. Like, no one else remembered that Chick-fil-A was spelled C-H-I-K, Phil-A. It's spelled with a C-K. It wasn't like that. That was like the whole thing, because like the cows have the bad grammar and stuff. Like, I remember seeing Chick, C-H-I-K, Filet everywhere, because I lived in Georgia, so I grew up around Chick-fil-A, and I don't know, it like really creeps me out. That's like one of the realest ones to me, because I just have seen it so fully. Also, true life, I'm drinking iced coffee out of a rum chata cup. And if you don't know what rum chata is, oh child. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and swap over to Instagram. I actually posted this photo that I took last night when I was filming my first Halloween video, but I am just going to read off some questions from here, and then we will do Snapchat. What was your first paranormal experience? That's actually a really good question. I just double checked a video when I saw this, and it was like my childhood ghost stories, and I had to take a minute because I actually talked to my dad on the phone in that video. He told a little bit of a scary story from when I was a kid, but I will link that down below. It contains like all of my childhood paranormal stories for the most part. But I think my very first one that I didn't tell in that video is one that obviously I wouldn't remember. But my parents used to say that when I was like a baby, neither of them were smokers, and they would always smell cigarette smoke. It would be the strongest scent, like at random times during the day. And my mom had this grand piano, and she'd be playing piano, and she would smell cigarette smoke, and I would start like cooing and like chattering like someone was in the room with me. And my mom always said that it wasn't something that they said. My grandparents are both chain smokers. Like, both of them, I think, died of lung cancer. But my grandmother, it was weird. You would always smell this cigarette smoke followed by like a really heavy like floral perfume. And my dad always used to say like, you know, my mom's here. And so that was probably the first paranormal experience ever, is that my mom would be like, a lot of the times it would happen when my mom would play music, or like, I don't know, it would be at really weird times when we were all together as a family. You would suddenly catch this like a big waft of cigarette smoke. It was like someone was smoking in the room right next to us, you know what I mean? And it would hit us, and then you would smell this perfume, and I would like start babbling and talking and cooing like someone was like facing me, you know what I mean? Like, obviously I don't remember it, but I think that that was my first ever paranormal experience. This is really random, but I've always wondered, what makeup brands do you use? Love you in your videos. Thank you so much. I love you. And this is from XX My Opinion XX. What makeup brands do I use? I feel like I use a little bit of everything. Like, I use random brands I will get in subscription boxes. I'm like looking over at my makeup collection right now. I feel like maybe I use Too Faced more than anyone else. Like, I feel like I consistently go back to Too Faced, but I will use any makeup brand. I love drugstore brands. My favorite drugstore brand is probably either, I really like Physicians Formula face products, like their bronzer I use so often. I like Milani. I like Maybelline, but I also like some high-end brands like Too Faced and Kat Von D, and Urban Decay is a really big one. I love Urban Decay. So that's just kind of like a few of my favorites, but I will literally wear every makeup brand on planet Earth. And if you ever want to see like how I do my makeup at the moment, I like to do a lot of get ready with me's. I'll list my most recent one down below. Oh, this is really sweet. It isn't a question, but lil.quigs. But we thank you for putting so much effort into your videos. They always come out great. Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed. I love you so much. I love you so much. That's like the nicest thing. Anytime that anyone says like that they appreciate my videos for, you know, whether it's like the message or the hard work in them or whatever, it means a lot to me. Like, I don't think that anyone understands. That is one of the hugest things that can pick me up out of any kind of mood. So thank you. That really is so nice. XO.JannaGrace, would you ever think about coming out with a book? I would literally buy it as soon as it hits shelves. I love you so much. I love you so much. _ Kayla Alexander _ if you could go anywhere in the world and the cost doesn't matter, where would you go and why? Ty? That was really strange. It was so weird. I just heard like a guy right outside my door and no one is home with me right now. So I don't know what that was. Really curious if you'll be able to hear that in the video because I talked through it. That was weird. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, if I could go anywhere in the world. I was actually planning a trip to Japan before my dad passed, and one of my best friends and I were gonna go this November. I had to kind of like put it on hold, and now I think we're gonna go in like the spring or something if I feel up to it. But if cost didn't matter, no matter what, Japan is like my end goal. I've always wanted to go to Japan. I love Japan. It seems like the coolest place on planet Earth. I don't know. I've always really wanted to go. This is a really funny question. Abby _ EG, you look amazing as always. Who's the best and worst behaved of your animals? I know you're not normally allowed in here. Come on, come up, 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 up. Yay! This is my best behaved. Oh, if you do not already know, this is my dog, Riley. Yes, he's the love of my freaking life. Riley is my best animal. He's so well behaved. He always keeps to himself. And like, he's just really lovey all the time. This is my worst behaved. And she looks terrible right now because I bathe her on a daily freaking basis. Annie is my newest dog. And she's really so sweet. She looks like such a mess. She needs a haircut. And she's like the sweetest dog on planet Earth. I would never trade her for anything. But she runs under this shed in our backyard and gets filthy every single day. She terrorizes poor Riley. All he ever wants to do is sleep, and she's so mean to him. Like Mock's kind of like middle of the road, you know what I mean? She's like a good dog. She's filthy all the time as well. She's my girl. Like, she has an attitude, but she loves me and like likes to be around me all the time. So if we're together, she's usually fine. But yeah, Abby, that's kind of like list of my dogs. Riley's the best behaved, Annie's the worst behaved, Mock is kind of like middle of the road. She can be a brat sometimes, but like Riley's just so well behaved, and Annie is such a little crap. Atkins TIA, so Atkins Tia. I don't know why I had so much trouble with that. Favorite song and YouTuber, love you. I love you. Okay, my favorite song changes like every single day. I've been enjoying Low Life by That Poppy. In terms of like my favorite YouTuber, oh my god, I have so many favorite YouTubers. I'm friends with a lot of my favorite YouTubers, which is strange now. So I feel like I'm always so biased when I'm like Alex Denman, like Nicola Foti, you know, like I am really blessed and fortunate to have so many amazing friends on YouTube. But someone who I would say I watch the millisecond that they hit my sub box, doesn't matter the time, the day, anything, is probably Rob Dyke, actually. I was really thinking about this, and I really like scary stuff, obviously. So Rob is like my favorite YouTuber of all time, and he's also become like a really, 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 really amazing friend to me. He's been the nicest person on planet Earth. I love his content. I also really love Corpse Husband. I love Alex Denman. I love Nicola Foti. I need to throw like a female into the mix. Who's the female YouTuber? Tana, obviously Tana. Wildflower Child _ what's your favorite horror film? Love you, Loey. I love you. My favorite horror film was probably The Uninvited for a really long time. I really, really, really liked that movie. It creeped me out. It had a really nice twist. But I don't know if I have like a favorite. I really liked The Conjuring. Oh, the first Insidious is probably my favorite horror movie. I didn't like any of the following Insidious movies, but I loved the first Insidious. And I actually just bought all 3 of the Purge movies, so I'm about to watch those. I'm gonna swap over to Snapchat. Joanna2002 said, I love you so much. You make me so happy. I love you more. You are so cute. Thank you for snapping me. Abby.Aldridge said, hi, I love you so much. Oh my God, girl, you are so cute too. I just snapped her back. Dog face, because dog face is life. Olivia Z99 sent a video.
If you were able to go back to college and study anything, anywhere, where would you go? What would you study and why?
If I could go back to college, that's a really good question. I've always thought about like going back to school. I've definitely looked into it recently as well. The problem is we're moving around a lot. I'm never here. I'm kind of thinking about taking the next year and just sort of like getting back into school. I really think that I want to go into nursing or dental hygiene, which was kind of like my OG plan anyways. But now that my dad is gone, I really have thought more and more about going into music. The thing about that is I know that it's all encompassing. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of school, and you're not usually guaranteed a job. You're not guaranteed a job with any kind of college now. But just seeing like the way that my dad impacted people, and I always wanted to be a teacher, like secretly, but my parents always were like, we're not gonna send you to college, you're gonna be a teacher, because they were both teachers and they were trying to scare me. I paid for my own college, by the way. But no, like, I don't know, just seeing how my dad touched lives and how he like, he changed so many people for the better through music and through teaching and through, like, my dad was just made to be a teacher. And like, I don't know, it just, seeing how he touched others, that's just what I want to do. So I don't know, I've thought about that, but I also know that like my dad would just be proud if I'm doing it my own way. So I don't know, that's kind of like what I would do. I don't know where I'd go though. I don't know where I would go back to school. Georgia Bortoli.
What is your favorite Halloween movie, and what are your thoughts on the latest episode of American Horror Story?
You are so cute. My favorite horror movie, I just kind of like, or my favorite Halloween movie. I just said my favorite horror movie. My favorite Halloween movie is definitely Halloween Town. All Halloween Towns except the most recent one, because like, did they think we were just not gonna notice them like replacing Marnie? What are you doing? But that's like my favorite Halloween movie. I also watch The Nightmare Before Christmas every year on Halloween. I'm really excited for it. My thoughts on the new American Horror Story, I kind of stopped watching. I know I did like a recap rant thing on my second channel about the first episode, and I just got really bored really fast. I know my favorite person ever, Evan Peters, came back, so maybe I'll just like start binge watching and catch up so I can do like a season finale recap, but I just got over it, man. I have no patience. The second that something starts to bore me or like, I don't know, I get over it really quickly. This one is from Aiden Hatley.
Hi, Lily. I just wanted to say that I am so grateful for you because you have helped me through so much, and I just really love you.
Oh my God, no, I really love you, Aiden. You're so sweet. Oh.
I just put this in my Q&A, but honestly, like going through everything and just seeing that like made my day. So thank you. I love you so much. I'm just happy I can help in any way.
This is from Painting Irwin.
Okay, so I have to ask, since I just went there recently, what is your favorite ride at Disneyland? Like, especially during like Halloween, because mine's the Haunted Mansion.
My favorite.
And like when I went to Disneyland, this isn't a question, but when I went to Disneyland, the only ride that I wanted to ride was the Haunted Mansion because I saw your story time about it. So I was like, I want to ride this.
I love the Haunted Mansion too. I will say I've only been to Disneyland once. I've been to Disney World a lot more times. My favorite ride at Disneyland, I really liked the Haunted Mansion, but I liked the Haunted Mansion at Disney World a little bit better. I like Pirates of the Caribbean as well at Disneyland. I'm hoping I will be able to get to Disney World this year. My grandparents are going. My grandma's going for the first time ever. She's like almost 80 years old and she's never been. And my aunt and uncle are taking her and my little niece. So I was like, I will come, I will help, because my grandma can't walk anymore. And I just want to make sure she has like the best experience ever. So yeah, that's like my favorite ride, and I hope I get to go to Disney World really soon. Did you guys hear that? That was my toe cracking. I am disgusting. This one is from Diana.
Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook?
Snapchat, Twitter.
Okay, so that's not a question, but I just want to say that I love you so much.
Oh, I love you.
You're a huge inspiration for me and for all the girls.
Oh my God, I love you. You are so freaking beautiful. Thank you so much. If I could only have one social media, I say this all the time, but I would still choose Twitter, and I don't know why. I feel like the crowd that we have on Twitter, and maybe it's just because like Twitter is my least followed social media. If I had to choose one, I would choose Twitter because you can tweet pictures, you can have conversations, you can use like Twit longer and put out everything that you need to. I don't know, I just feel like Twitter is so like instant response. I can't snap with my left hand in case you didn't know that about me. But I don't know, I just really love Twitter. I feel like everyone on Twitter is so nice to me all the time. I very rarely have a negative experience on Twitter. I don't know, I just really love it. So that is like my fave. I lied, I want to open one more Snapchat. Opening Snapchats is really, really, really addicting. This is from Liv Blossom.
Hi. So, my question is, what first inspired you to do YouTube? Because I know different YouTubers have different stories.
I feel like I have told, number one, I love the demon puppy. I feel like I've told this story before, but essentially I got married really young. I moved to Kansas. I dropped out of school. I couldn't find a job. And I was just lonely. Like I had no friends. I didn't have anything to do on the day to day. It was just really mundane and tiring, like only doing hard things, i.e. like looking for a job all the time. I had no money to like go out, and I had no money to like go shopping, or like I had nothing except like me and my husband, and it was one of the happiest times of my entire life, don't get me wrong, but like I needed a social outlet and I needed something to busy myself in kind of like this waiting period. So yeah, I started doing YouTube, and it's insane to me. We couldn't even afford internet, so I would literally like edit videos at my house and go to the library and like mass upload. And I was only able to read my comments when I like went to the library and stuff. I don't know. It was one of the happiest times of my entire life, and I just remember it being such like a nice, close-knit group of people. And I feel the same way now. I just feel like it's a ton of friends. It's a lot more friends and a lot more family than I used to have, but it feels exactly the same. So yeah, that's kind of how I started, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I've been filming this for so long and I still have to edit and upload it before midnight because then Vlogoween doesn't count. But anyways, I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.